other southern rapper hooded than this. I got rich and I'm still in a hooligan clique. You be rapping by, I'm moving the brick.
With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check that. Hey, let's go.
First carry here for Ken Walker. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. The Seahawks at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. You look at this Arizona defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
They'll take that play right there each and every snap because throughout this season, they've given up some big plays. To be able to hold someone to no gain, oh, yeah, they'll take that one all game long.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 24-yard line. 15 yards there on the catch and run. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff,
rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Benson. There's some space here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 31 yards there, a first down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice game there. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Murray now. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And the Seahawks are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Hawk 70, Hawk 7.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Shreds the tackle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down. When you look at this defense, and they're currently 21st, Charles, in the NFL against the run.
Always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground. Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
27-yard line.
Ready, ready.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Dragon 6-2. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
He'll drop to throw. We get a traffic there, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Buffalo, 60 Bison.
2nd and 5. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Cards are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
Well, Brand, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give them the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood. But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here is 3rd and 5.
Easy. That's one. Hurry.
Throwing now is Murray. And that is incomplete.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first two possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor?
And the 7-yard line, and the catch is made. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. It's a big play there for Seattle. 57 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks are on the board first here this afternoon. So that now 6 touchdowns for him on the ground here so far this year, Charles. And it's week 3. What kind of a season might he be embarking on?
Well, we both know it helps to have fresh legs early. And they're going to ride him a lot as this year goes on. But one other thing to keep in mind, as you keep having success, you actually have built up some momentum. Your body responds to that as well. So I see no reason for this to slow down anytime soon.
Well, a good-looking return set up here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down and 8.
Hey.
Kyler going to give this to Benson. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. He'll try and do this himself. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And it's down the field. He's got a royal. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's good for a Seahawks. First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Trying the left side with Walker. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Okay,
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Straight ahead, Walker. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Walker with another carry. Trying to get up the defender. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Steady.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jalen Thompson picks it, and the Cardinals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And his pass incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wilson. 14 yards that time for number 14.
And the Cardinals, first down. A gain of 14. And the Cardinals, first down.
On play action, it's Murray. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's taken in by Weaver. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
To throw, it's Murray. And to the left side here, Wilson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing again, Murray. He's got his target. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 42.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
On first down, it's Benson. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He's got his tight end, that's Ryman.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll run on first down. Stovall. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 23, here's a 2nd and 8. The slot man in motion right. To throw is Murray. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Murray now to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
To win any route, you got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Cardinals.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. A give up the middle with Benson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great. Because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Murray going to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. From the gun, Murray. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Carlson's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. 75 yards rushing for him now to this point. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Let's go.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
65 catch. 19 tight. 19. Come on. Come on. Go.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Horton. Down the left sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Torrey Horton, 53 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point now by Boswell. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Seahawks 14, Cardinals 7. Tyler Bass set to kick
After the
off.
touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
No receivers open, so he's forced to put that one into Puget Sound. That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
2nd and 10.
Come on.
Now Murray. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Shotgun now from Murray. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Walker is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Again, Walker. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it down by 2 scores. Throwing to start the drive. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Derek Hall in there that time to get into the turf.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And he's going to go down again. Derek Hall. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot, 3rd and long. They run over center with Benson. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards.
First down. A gain of 38.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Looking to throw. Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Murray. A short one here, caught by McBride. He'll get it inside the 20. And all the way down to the 5. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Now they send a man in motion right. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Brought down by Jalen Thompson.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Mark down back at his own 4-yard line.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Pass complete. He's got Smith and Jigba. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
This well upfield across the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball.
And this is caught. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jalen Hyatt, 53 yards. And the Seahawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Oswald good with the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Nicky Manwari. Down the sideline he goes. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, a 22.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just a third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Walker once more. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Y'all got to talk about taste. Y'all can't talk about basic. We might have no power. Mine also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Come on. Set. 18. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
They'll drop to throw. Quick throw on the slant, but that's behind his man and incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. They'll set up to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Cards are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
And a short gain here as he gets it up, only to about the 6.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Murray now. That ball caught by Harrison. And all the way up to the 47-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. 41 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here with Benson. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Throwing now is Murray. It's brought in by Wilson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. That's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long. And this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Murray. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that is no good. And this will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field. Well, even with a huge lead, he was looking for more points. Wanted the deep shot downfield. That one goes incomplete. Obviously, he wants to put more points on the board.
18 Warriors, 70.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Here we go. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Arroyo. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. It's a big play there for Seattle. 43 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And my goodness, another interception. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Cardinals are going to have it here as they start at their own 7. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 6 now. Here's Murray.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw, it's Murray. And that will be incomplete.
He's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Murray's got to have this one. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, give them credit. They're going to stay and fight this out to the end. 4th down, you've got to go for it. And they not only convert, but pick up some good yardage as well.
Now Murray again. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Cardinals, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
To throw is Murray. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Murray now to throw. This is taken in by McBride. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 25-yard line.
First down. A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Arizona.
On 1st down, Stovall. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Murray going to throw. Over the middle to his tight end, Ryman. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Green.
Looking to throw. Murray. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Trey Benson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game, the interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to the left halfback or something like that. Otherwise, pass, take care of the thing, and finish this bad boy off.
110 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
7 Pirates. Dragon 60. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Back to throw now on first down. He finds Smith and Jigba. That'll give him 8 that time. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready, ready. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, it's Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2.
19 Lions. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
19. Buffalo 18. Ready.
They'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Wow, man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. Jalen Hyatt, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight victory to start the campaign. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Now Murray. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Benson. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
From the gun, Murray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Murray to air it out again. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. Actually, I've heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Cardinals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Derek Hall able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's complete to McBride. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. First down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Arizona.
They'll set up a throw. And a completion to Wilson. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
2nd and 6. That's caught. It's the tight end lineman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight.
That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Back to throw here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
They'll set up to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles. So the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Bronco 80, 19 Lions.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Warriors 70.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Throwing deep here for Coleman. And this is dropped. Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Here we go. 60 Bearcats. 60.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. So the victory here for Seattle, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5.